if you want to be a boxer, you gotta be ready to get hit in the face. What's happening, Achievers? Ajit Sidhu here from Invincible Achievers. So when I was starting my, within martial arts, I had reached a black belt in Taekwondo. But with Taekwondo, it was all legs, kicking. My kicks were fantastic, but it was semi-contact. I wanted to take it up a notch. So I joined my friend Lee Adams' class, Shentai martial arts, mixed martial arts. From there, when we started sparring, when I was sparring with him, I didn't want to get hit in the face. I didn't like getting hit in the face. Who likes getting hit in the face? So I used to cover myself up completely, shadowing myself when he used to come and hit me, attack me. He stopped me at this point and he had a frown on his head. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't want to get hit in the face. I don't want to ruin this beautiful face. You know, just leave me alone. Just hit me in the stomach." He said, no worries. Here, just put your hands up, get into fighting stance. So I did. I got into fighting stance. And he said, "Great. Now put your hands at the back." And me listening to my instructor, as you do, I put my hand in the back. And he said, "Great. Now tense your jaw." And I tensed my jaw and he went bam in my face. Real hard. Really hard. And my eyes start watering. And I looked at him through the tears that were pouring down because of the nose that was hurting. I said, "What did you do that for?" He said, "Now we've got that out the way. Let's move forward and progress you." At that point, I realized that if you want to do anything in life, if you want to be a boxer, you have to get ready to get hit in the face. If you want to be a martial artist, you're going to have to get ready to get kicked in the stomach. If you want to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're going to have to learn how to be taken down. You have to be taken down. That's part of life. Just like anything you want to achieve, you want to do, you want to be in business, you're going to have these steps where you're going to get hit in the face. You're going to have people that are going to suppliers that aren't gonna provide. You're gonna get people that are gonna be employees that they give the whole greatness on the CV, then when they come about, they're not, and you've lost a lot of time in training. You're gonna have all this process. You're gonna have the challenges. You're gonna have the financial difficulties when you're growing. You might even have financial difficulties when you're not growing because you haven't kept the eye on the ball. This is all part and parcel, but it's a learning curve. Once you've got the hit on the face out the way, you can move forward. So get the hit on the face fast. Don't try to avoid it, because avoiding it will prevent you from growing. Just like when I was covering up my face. I couldn't move forward. How could I learn how to dodge if I was just covering up my face? Once I got hit in the face, I thought, wow, it's not too bad. Let's move forward. And then my instructor started teaching me, right now, you got to stop moving. You got to start ducking. So move, duck, dive, push back. Just like in whatever you want to achieve. That's why it's so important to find yourself a mentor, someone that you can look up to, someone that you can follow, because they've walked down this path. They've been down this path. They've got all the hits on their face. They've learned how to dodge, duck, dive, and move backwards. For you, it's so much easier. Once you know who they are and what they are, and you've followed them and understood their minds, then you can say, oh, when that happened to them, they moved, they ducked, they dodged. Now, I used that same concept when I was training my wife. My wife said, I want to learn how to do boxing. This is before my children came out. I said, great, let's put the gloves on. So she put the gloves on, she put the gum shield on, and we start sparring. And I saw that she was doing the same thing, covering her face. She was covering her face. And I said to her, why are you covering your face? And this is after I had become the black belt in freestyle Shentai martial arts. I said, why are you covering your face? And she said, well, I don't want to get hit in the face. And I said, okay, you don't want to get hit in the face. Cool. Get into fighting stance. And she did, listening to her instructor. I said, great, now put your hands back. And she put her hands back. And I said, tighten your jaw. And she did. She had a gum shield on. and lightly I bopped her in the face. Don't do that to your wife, guys, because that was the worst week that you can ever have. It just didn't work out. So the lesson in that part was you might have one concept that works, but when you've got that concept and you know that technique, when you try it in a different circumstances, it may not work. That's another part of getting hit in the face, even though I bopped her very lightly because I love her. Small bop. It didn't work like it worked on me. So guys, 2 lessons here. If you want to do whatever you want to do, we want to achieve something, you want to lose weight, you're gonna have to give up the junk. It's part and parcel. If you want to lose weight, if you want to tone up, get rid of the junk. You might go and exercise constantly in the gym and say, how come I'm not losing weight? We used to see this in the gym industry when I was in the gym industry. People used to come exercise, and then in the changing room they used to pull out a Snickers bar and munch it away. And we used to think, well, you're not gonna lose weight if you're eating chocolate and junk and traveling to McDonald's down the road after doing a workout. To get fit, it starts with your mouth. You have to stop taking rubbish things in. That's part and parcel. That's just like being in martial arts or boxing and getting hit in the face. You have to know it's part and parcel. If you want to achieve something in business, you're gonna have failures, you're gonna have rejection. If you want to be an actor, my cousin in Scotland, he's an actor, part of his business is rejection. He told me this. Rejection after rejection after rejection. Because when people are looking for a movie star, they want a specific role. Specific. It could be a small thing, height difference, body type. It's just part and parcel. But if you don't go, you won't know. So you go, then you will know. And that's part and parcel. But also the second thing is, when you have these concepts, you can have all these concepts. Just like in parenting, you can go through many courses, many books, and then when you implement them, you realize they didn't work. These people are frauds. They're not frauds, it's techniques. It's like the Batman utility belt. You get this tool, you put it in your belt, and you use it, and it didn't work. Use it, it didn't work. At least you have them, because one of those things that you have will hit. That's why it's so important to keep studying and learning and keep researching if you want to achieve, if you want to move things forward. Things just don't happen overnight. Success does not happen overnight. 20 years of hard work for someone is classified as an overnight success. Look at that guy, he's so lucky. No, that person created his luck. Look at that person, he's got an amazing physique. Oh, look at her, it's okay for her to, it's okay for her, she's got amazing physique. Yeah, because all her life, she's watched what she's eaten. She's exercised in a strategic way. She's avoided going out, binging. Instead of drinking alcohol, she drank water. That's why she has the overnight success. That's why she has the physique. That's why that person is a success and has loads of money, because they work at it. They find out what works. They try it. It works for them. They put that in the utility belt, the Batman belt, and they move forward. You got to make your own Batman utility belt and start putting all these tools into your belt and move forward, and just know that some of the techniques won't work. Now, I was discussing this with my friend, Sandip Sekon. He's an amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, and we were doing the techniques here. And he's taught me so many different moves in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I asked him, how come one technique doesn't work? I mean, I try one technique, but then you always get me. And this was previously. And he said, well, I don't try one technique. I try 10. I just know how to move from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with speed. That's what you have to learn. And that's what he taught me. He taught me 10, 15, 20, 100 moves. But one of those moves will work. And he said you need to transition fast. Same thing with what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve something in life and you're moving things forward and it doesn't work, learn how to transition to the next one and the next one. Pull out the next tool, and fling, and one of those will hit. So guys, keep moving forward. Know that whatever you're gonna do, there is gonna be a situation where you get hit in the face or something's gonna come. You just gotta learn how to duck, dive, and dodge. But second thing is, sometimes the technique doesn't work. But that's why you need to keep learning and keep moving things forward. But also you need to learn how to transition from one to the next with speed. This is all the lessons from my martial arts life that I'm just incorporating, because everything you learn from one area, you can incorporate it in every different area in your life. And this is something that I've learned from business to my personal life, to exercise, to martial arts. You can transition it from one section to another. The skills, that's how you master things. That's how you innovate. But learn how to transition fast. Guys, keep adding value. Keep spreading love to the people around you. And just remember, we're one idea away from changing the future. Take care. Bye.